We are back for some more Autobrite Direct Touring Car Legends action. It's week number 6. We're in upstate New York, and it's time to see what the Pro Class can do. This championship has been dominated by SLR Lancer, but today we might see something different as we head around the full circuit at Watkins Glen. This 3.4 mile circuit and average laps around about 2 minutes are going to play host to 2 more fantastic races today. As I said, that championship has been dominated by SLR Lancer. He currently leads the championship by 90 points over Brad Stig in second. SLR Machine Head and Chris Threadgill complete the top 4, with the top BMW being driven by Faster Alex. Top 6 is completed by Nightmite, with Karting Ben, X-Kidders, Kinky Cowboy and Faruski completing the top 10. Now, before we go racing, we do need to have a small matter of qualifying, so let's see how things played out after the 20-minute session. So for the first time, it was no Alfa Romeo on pole position. It was Brad Stig who took pole, with SLR Lancer Championship leader sitting there in second. Row 2's SLR Machine Head and the Racing Nova having an impressive run. Fred Elliott's next Kidders complete row number 3, with row number 4 filled out by Faster Alex and newcomer to the championship, MTG Dingo. Row 5 is W8 and Tom and Nightmite Rules. Row 6 is the Volvo Nemesis starting P11 with Fruski alongside in 12th. Row 7 is Purinag Racing and Mr. Tumble, and then completing this field is Kinky Cowboy starting off P15. So now it's time to go down and do my favourite part of the night. It's time to go racing. A really bad start there for the Alfa Romeo. Lancer off the front row. That's our Machine Head to dive straight through. Machine Head's going for the lead, so it is an SLR car that leads, heading in towards turn number 1, but it's not the one that we were expecting, as Lancer now slots in towards third place behind Brad Stig. Dingo's got a really good start as well. Looks like he's challenging for 4th, alongside with Elliott there, heading through. The S is now for the first time side by side through the entire field. Elliott and Dingo going side by side. Looks like the Alpha's just about at the jump, so in towards 4th place. Faster Alex is in there as well. This is where the BMWs are really strong. Down this straight, these things have massive amounts of grunt, so will the BMW be able to outdrag that Alfa Romeo down in towards the bus stop chicane? Looks like he has, side by side. It's going to be last night, breaks into the bus stop for the first time. Will everyone get through here cleanly? Looks like everyone has so far, so good start there so far. Alex now gets himself into 4th place, deposes Dingo back down to 4th, and leaves him under pressure from Elliott in the lime green. Samsung behind him. The Samsung car goes down the inside. Will he be able to get side by side? Looks like they're going 3 wide now into the bottom hairpin, in towards the bend. Not quite close enough to go for it. Elliott goes round the outside of Dingo and the Alfa Romeo. So the Alfa now falling down to 6th place. Tom's not too far behind there, as well as Kidders in the all-black car is now under pressure from Nova behind. The 87 car of Elliott, though, is now already trying to challenge Alex, heading in towards the top section of the circuit. He head back up the hill and start heading around to complete the lap. Looks like the top 3 are getting really close as well, as Brad is now going for the lead on Machine Head down in towards the hairpin to start the final sector. Brado's on the inside, gets on the brakes. The Sierra goes for the lead, gets down the inside, still side by side with the SLR car. This is one of the most dangerous corners on the circuit coming up now. The wall comes at you really quickly if you're on the outside, but Machine Head just hangs on to the lead at the moment as Brados has to back out of it. Lancer's going down the inside now, so after going for one position, Brados might be about to lose it as the second of the SLR cars. The 198 is still side by side with Brados as they head towards the final corner now. Brado's out wide. So out wide Nova goes. He's trying to fend off Nightmite now as they head down towards the chute. And through this bank corner, Nightmite really closes up on the back of the 666 car. Looks like Kidders and Tom are just getting away a little bit from these two. Now heading towards the toe at turn number 7. This is where the track goes back up again. Potentially a point for Nightmite to throw it around the outside. I thought he was going to go inside, but he's not in the Hoonigan car. He's going to try and go around the outside, gets left, hung out to dry, and can't get close enough. Now, though, he's going to have the potential of a slipstream down in towards the heel as they get ready to head in towards the final sector. Looks like Tom's coming under pressure now from Kidders. Kidders and Tom going at it just in front. This could allow Nova to get in on this fight as the map, as the all-black car goes past the 43, moves up a position, heading towards turn number 9. Nova's already thinking about it. He's trying to go around the outside of the car spunk Alfa Romeo, side by side. This is one of the more dangerous points of the circuit. This is a pinch point. Nova goes a little bit sideways, just keeps it on the road. He's also now got pressure from Nightmite behind. The Hoonigan car's right on the rear wing of the 43 Alfa Romeo, heading in towards the final couple of corners through turn 10 and getting ready to head through the 90 right of turn 11. And Nova's thrown it down the inside of the final corner. Tom has to run wide, keeps it out of the wall, but it's going to give Nova the position and potentially allow Nightmite to have a drag race down the side of him. Side by side now down the main straight. Nightmite and the Hoonigan car looks like he's going to go for a dive in towards turn number 1. He's already got the move done, heading in towards turn number 1. The 43 car tries to stay in this one, runs out a little bit wide. That's going to have Faruski to come side by side with him. Coming in towards the S's. Faruski's moved over. They're both in the wall. They're both out. Looks like they've just managed to keep it going though, so both of them managed to carry on, but So back at the front of this one, you've got a battle over second place. Usually it's Machine Head who's fighting over second place, but Machine Head's the one that leads. This Lancer is sat there in third place behind Brad Stig. They head through the S's and head down the back straight for the first time, getting ready to head towards the bus stop chicane. Lancer gets a little bit of a better line through there, potentially could try and close up onto the back of Bradders, but the Sierras are really strong in a straight line. Looks like the Alpha's just about got the legs on the Sierras, just hanging on through the bus stop chicane. The 26 car of Bradders closes right up onto the front of Machine Head. Will this be the move for second place? A little bit of an urge. Machine Head goes wide. Bradders has gone through. Lancer's gone through. The 3 wide coming through the outer loop and heading down towards the chute, but it's Lancer who takes the lead away from Machine Head. Bradders now in towards second place. Alex is in there as well for third, so Machine Head in the space of 2 corners loses 3 positions thanks to a little bit of a touch there from Bradders. Now heading towards the toe, you can see the gap that Lancer's got already, so after being on a fight back, he's now got a comfortable lead. This is the place we used to see him as Elliot's now throwing it down the inside of Machine Head as well. Bradders now right on the tail of that SLR Lance car in front of him, the Screwley's racing driver. He's touched the wall. This could be what Bradders needs. It only took a lap or so for Bradders to catch up, and now he's side by side with the leader down the main straight. Bradders takes the lead back from SLR Lancer. Bradders leads here at Watkins Glen, but he's not done yet. The SLR car throws it to the inside. The 198 and the 26 car doing battle through the S. He's heading towards turn number 3. Lancer just gets the car back in front. Will he regain the lead through here? This is where the Sierra's got a little bit more power, a little bit more straight line speed, and Bradders just edges the nose in front as Lancer hits the wall again. You see the wing mirror of that Alfa Romeo flying off, and Bradders now up into first place once again. So is this going to be yet another race where SLR Lancer gets beaten to the post, this time by Sierra? Alex now fighting over third place. You can see the front 2 cleared off a little bit. Machine Head's managed to get back past Fred Elliott as they head down the main straight for another time to put yet another lap in the book here at Watkins Glen. Machine Head right under the rear wing of that BMW, but can't really get close enough to do anything about him. He's not close enough to go for a dive. He's under a little bit of pressure there from Elliott, so he needs to be careful if he does go for a dive that he doesn't end up getting past. Another lap in the book now, trying to go side by side with Alex. Not quite close enough, but he's showing the nose. He's got the nose on the rear quarter. He's harder on the brakes. Just about misses out in that position. Alex shuts the door, gets the power down a little bit earlier than Machine Head, but he can't do it. The four-wheel drive of the Alpha normally pays dividends out of the corners, but it's not really working for him there. The Sierra all over the rear wing of the Alfa Romeo through the S's. Dingo having a really good run on his first run in the Tour Series. He's got racing overall around him, trying to hang on against that Alan Mann Racing Sierra, the LMP car, down the inside, and Nova looks like he's just got the place. Dingo's not going to fight that too much. Sensible move there to not lose too much time in that overtake, because you've got a couple of cars a little bit too close for comfort behind. So you've got, looks like that's Kidders, and you've got Night Mike in the Hoonigan car just behind that all-white Alfa Romeo. Actually, it's quite good in a solid colour, that Alfa, compared to the Sierra. Maybe we'll see a livery on it at some point, but now side by side behind, looks like Kidders is trying to defend as well as attacking against Dingo in there. He's got Night Mike trying to get past it, but he's not quite close enough to do anything just yet. So we saw Mr. Tumble tumbling down the order. Let's see if we can see what happened to him. Heading in towards turn number 10. Will he get through here a little bit cleanly? No, he doesn't. He gets out on the curb. He's bobbled it off. He's clipped the wall. He's really clipped the wall there, but keeps it going in a sort of straight line. So managed to keep it going with an assist off the wall there. So you've still got these 3 cars going at it, despite that time lost in the replay. But you've got Dingo, Kidders. Kidders goes for a bit of a dive there. He locks up. That's going to allow Night Mike potentially to get alongside him, maybe get past him. Kidders takes a lot of grass there. The Hoonigan car's closing right up onto the back of that all-black car there. The 61 goes down the inside and gets the move done, heading in towards the heel, and just manages to get into that position. Will he be able to have a crack at Dingo though in front of him? That's the question. The Sierra not quite close enough just yet to have a crack at that Alfa Romeo. Back up at the front, Lancer's not let Bradders go. Lancer's not going to let him get away with this one. Going side by side once again through the S's. Not quite close enough to be able to get past that Sierra this time around. But down the back straight, it's going to be Alfa Romeo versus Sierra. The Alfa's just clipped the grass there, so that's going to punish him a little bit in that run down the straight, and it might just allow Bradders to get a little bit more breathing room into this one. Good line through the bus stop, and Lancer doesn't really have an answer for Bradders at this point in the race. So recovering after that little off, there's Tumble getting dive bombed actually by the Volvo. The Volvo sends it down the inside, gets all sorts of crossed up, lots of wheel spin, just manages to keep the car on the track, but potentially about to lose the place out to the Alfa Romeo again, takes a lot of cut through there, he's going really wide, looks like he's got a one-way trip straight to the wall. Yes, he's in the wall, luckily he keeps his wing mirrors, not quite so he can, no, he's absolutely lost it. Fruski's round the outside, this is heading down in towards turn number 6, I believe. The Alfa right under the tail of that Volvo. You've got to think it's only going to be a matter of time before Fruski manages to get past that Volvo. Nemesis again locks up into that top corner as he head back up the hill, get ready to head down that short straight before we head in towards the heel at turn number 8. But he has been quite critical of the Volvo, says it does need a little bit of BOP to try and keep up with the other cars. Side by side now, the Alfa Romeo on the Volvo, potentially about to dispose Nemesis of that position, not quite close enough to go for it. So the BMW gets all crossed up in front. And the Nemesis just managing to hang on at the moment. This is the fight for third place now. Alex goes a little bit wide. This could be Machine Head's chance to get himself back onto the podium. The 178 versus the 24 in towards turn number 7. And getting ready to head back up the hill, but Elliott's thrown it down the inside. They're going 3 wide down the back straight now. Will this be a move? Well, who's going to have to back out of this one? Someone's going to have to give at some point. 3 wide as he come over the crest. Fantastic angle there, but it looks like it's Elliott that's backed out of that one. Alex just holds on to the position at the moment. Elliott's going to try and throw it down the middle again, make it 3 wide again. Now they are definitely 3 wide as they head up towards turn number 9. Someone is going to have to give here. Elliott's not quite close enough to keep it 3 wide there as Machine Head gets through to third place. Alex has to back out. As you got Nova's getting into this one as well. Lap later, Nova right on the tail of this fight. So this fight for third is now a 4-car fight. Nova right under the rear wing of Elliott. Elliott was challenging for third place. Now he's trying to hang on and hold on towards 5th place. Nova in the 666 car has caught up to these extremely quickly. Looks like Elliott's taking a little bit of a defensive line. Nova darts towards the inside of the corner, shows his nose, shows his intention early. Elliott's able to cover him off just enough, but Nova gets a little bit of a better run through that corner. Will he fancy a run around the outside of turn number 9? That'll be brave. He can pull that move off. He doesn't think about it. He's going to go for a cutback instead of potentially go for a move in towards turn 10 or the back end of this lap. Side by side, a little bit of a touch between the 2 Sierras. In towards turn number 10. Is Nova close enough to make the move done? Let's get the move done. He's just about close enough as Elliott just keeps it on the track there, but they're still side by side through the final corner, but Elliott eventually yields and Nova gets up towards 5th place. His next target is Alex in that BMW just in front of him. This is back at the front. Lancer potentially about to have another shot at Bradders. The 26 car's done quite well to hang on so far. It's in quite a hard-fought battle between these two at the moment through the bus stop chicane. Bradders goes a little bit wide through that part. He has to back out of it a touch there. This could be what Lancer needs. Lancer sweeps around the outside of the outer loop and gets that move done. He gets back up towards the lead of this race. Will Bradders have an answer for the Alfa Romeo? I don't think so at this stage. You've got to think the Alfa's the quicker of the 2 cars. But down in towards that bottom section of the chute into turn number 6, Bradders is right under the rear wing, but he's not close enough for a move. This is the fight over 4th place again. Nova's right on the back of Alex. You've got to think this might be a repeat of what we've just seen in front. Nova goes towards the inside on Alex. Down the main straight, over the start-finish line to put another lap into the book. It's going to be a dive in towards turn number 1 by the looks of it from Nova. He gets harder on the brakes. Side by side through turn 1. The track narrows up a little bit. Alex has to use all the curb to stay in touch with these guys in front of him. But Nova gets the move in towards 4th place. The Sierra back up towards the top 4 of this race. But this is where the BMWs are slightly stronger. The BMW has the straight line advantage. Coming down the back straight, the BMW in theory should be able to drag straight past that Sierra. Look at the 24 car, you can see he has got back in front of the Sierra and he's opening up a couple of attempts gap in towards the bus stop chicane. Will Nova in that Sierra be able to get back on terms with Alex through this corner? Not quite close enough to do it just yet, but it looks like Alex might just have this position sorted as it looks like he got Pronag off on the barriers there. Not quite sure what's happened there. You've got Nova right under the rear wing of Alex heading down in towards turn number 6. He looks towards the inside, he sends it to the inside and Nova gets the place back. Nova now needs to try and open up a big enough gap so that Alex cannot draft back past him. What he ideally needs is to try and get Elliott in that fight as well. That Fred Elliott Sierra that's just behind these guys. As Alex looks down the inside, Elliott's gone for it. Elliott goes down the inside, contact between the pair of them. They just get away with it. This is your leader though, heading into the final corner for the final time. It's SLR Lancer who wins yet another race in the Autobrite Direct Touring Car Legends Series across the line to win round number 11 of the championship. Brad is there probably disappointed with second place, having left quite a way, with SLR Machine Head completing the top 3. Nova after that massive fight ended up 4th, with Fred Elliott completing the top 5. Alex had to settle for 6th place. A little bit further back, Night Mike finished 7th. Dingo on his debut finished 8th. Kidder's in 9th. Mr. Tumble after his tumble into the barriers was 10th. Faruski in P11, and after that off, WA10 Tom rounded out the top 12. So, as is a customary with this championship, the second race of the day is a full reverse grid. That's going to promote Kinky Cowboys and Nemesis onto the front row, with WA10 Tom and Faruski completing the second row, with 2 Alphas side by side on row 2. Expect to see them quite quickly off the start. Let's head down to the grid. So for the second time today, it's time to go racing. Look how quick the Alphas have gone off that second row. Tom's gone straight for the lead. Faruski's going side by side. They're 3 wide heading down in towards turn number 1, but it's Faruski who gets the jump, gets the whole shot in towards turn number 1. Tom's on the outside. That looks like Cowboy's got himself through in towards second place. Tom really out wide. Dingo's up there as well. Dingo's got himself to third place. Tom drops the 4. He's now under pressure by the looks of it from Mr. Tumble in that BMW. The Volvo's in there as well. But it's Faruski that lead. Cowboy's there in second. Dingo third. With it looks like Tumble's got himself there into 4th. So Mr. Tumble's got himself up in towards 4th place. The Volvo exits their stage right, comes back across the track. He's going sideways, left, right and centre. So the Volvo looks like he's going off. He's going to be heading straight to the scene of an accident. He's straight on there in towards the bus stop chicane. And it looks like Dingo now trying to fight off Mr. Tumble of the BMW a little bit further behind him. So it is still Faruski that leads, Cowboy second, Dingo third. Cowboy's going for the lead though. He's going to go down the inside of turn number 6 and get the position on Faruski. So Cowboy in the Sierra leads. Once again, we've got Sierra at the front of the field, but this time it's the B&H car of Kinky Cowboy as Dingo sends it down the inside for second place. Looks like Tumble's in there as well. He gets a bit of a nudge and sends it down. Gets ready to send it down the inside of Faruski. Drag race between the 2. Alfa Romeo's the 19 car. Looks like he's just got the jump on the 333 as he head in towards the heel of the boot and then in towards the final sector for the first time. Dingo still side by side with Faruski, but has to drop sort of back into position. The BMW's all sorts of sideways. It looks like Tom's trying to make a recovery. He's there in 5th place. Dingo's still around the outside. Contact between the 2 and then the pair of them are off. The pair of them are off from 2nd and 3rd place. They're going to be tumbling down the order there. That promotes the Carspun car up in towards 3rd place. He's now right in the bumper of the BMW that's now up in towards 2nd as you've got Faster Alex and you've got Night Mike behind as well. These guys for now fighting over 4th place after that off. But look how far away Cowboy's got after that. Down the main straight, Bradders is also on a good drive at the moment. He's got, looks like Faruski just in front of, that is Machine Head just in front of him. No idea where Lancer is. Lancer's disappeared completely, but Bradders now has Fred Elliott just behind. Alex trying to go for 3rd place on the Alfa Romeo side by side through the S's. These guys did that in race 1. 3 wide through the S's, definitely not what you want to do. Night Mike backs out of it. He's all sorts of sideways. Alex is in the wall. Night Mike gets straight for 4th place, and now he's trying to go for 3rd place on the Carspun Alfa Romeo. Machine Head's just behind this one as well, so if this all ends in tears, you've got to think Machine Head's going to try and get into this one as well. In towards the bus stop chicane, the Carspun Alpha's still just about hanging on the 3rd place, but the Hoonigan car is looming really large in that rearview mirror. So Dingo now has Nova behind these guys. He's on a recovery drive. After that off with Faruski, still just behind him, trying to make some ground pretty quickly. He's not too far off the lead battle. He's going to go around the outside of Nova. Nova backs out of it, lets Dingo take the place. Doesn't fight that one too hard. And now he's got Kiddis just in front. Dingo's on a recovery drive, but Nova doesn't look like he's going to let him get away from him quickly. So this is what happened to Lancer. Lancer, who started off the back of the grid, thanks to winning that first race of the day. He's got Carnage just up in front of him on the opening lap. You've got the Volvo going all sorts of sideways. And it looks like, he's got Pronag side by side. And Pronag dive bombs him. And, he gets a windscreen full of Volvo. That's not a pretty sign. That's going to have damaged that Alfa Romeo and forced him through the pits. So Lancer on the back foot. Back up towards the front of the field. Looks like Night Mike's caught right up onto the back of W810 Tom in that Carspun car. Machine Head is right on the back of the BMW Faster Alex. So one Alfa Romeo about to lose a position. It looks like another one's about to make a position. Night Mike again going to try and go side by side with Tom through the S's. A little bit of a bump. And Night Mike gets the position. Tom backs out of it. Doesn't fancy going side by side through the S's again. These guys did that in qualifying. It really didn't end well for third night Mike, and Tom definitely doesn't want to see a repeat of that one. Down the main straight though, that lift might leave him under pressure from Alex behind, side by side, the Alfa Romeo and the BMW. Looks like the BMW's already way got past the Alfa Romeo. He's trying to take a dive on the Ford Sierra. Contact between the pair of them. Tom could get back into this one. Nightmare goes over the grass to try and retain the position and just hangs on. But that's allowing the guys in first and second to clear off, as Machine Head now is trying to go around the outside of Bradders Stig to get a position. Not quite close enough to go for it. Bradders is now going to send it down the inside of Tom in towards turn 6, heading towards turn number 7. Bradders gets the position. Machine Head might be close enough to go for it, but once again he's got Fred Elliott just behind him in that lime green Sierra. Bradders though, he's on a charge here at the moment. He's up towards the top 5 already. Machine Head at the moment, instead of moving forward, is actually defending against that Sierra. So instead of trying to go for the Alfa Romeo in front of him, he has to worry about the Sierra behind him. But that's going to get taken care of as Elliott's teammate Kidders is now in that battle as well. Now that should allow Machine Head to focus on getting past the Alfa Romeo in front of him. Goes straight down the inside. Elliott's still there trying to get past Machine Head. Machine Head too focused on getting past the WA10 Tom Carspun car and gets the move and deposes Tom down another position. Having started on the second row, Tom is now starting to fall down the order. You got Dingo and Nova getting into this battle as well. Dingo and Nova going at it, as well as the 2 Sierra teammates just a little bit behind the 2 Tickworth Dairy cars. Alex now coming under a little bit of pressure from Bradders Stig. You saw how quickly Bradders can catch up in that first race. You can see how quick that Sierra really is, and now he's right on the rear bumper of that BMW. That's going to help him even more though. If Alex keeps doing that, that's really going to play into the hands of Bradders, who now goes side by side with the BMW thanks to that little mistake. That's all it takes in this series. These drivers are so close, these cars are so closely matched. The one tiny mistake can force you down the order, and Bradders now is going side by side with the BMW, but the BMs are normally pretty strong here. You can see the BM starting to pull a little bit of a gap to the Texaco Sierra, now back in its black livery, having run in white at Long Beach, and he has to fall back into position. He's not quite close enough to go for it this time round. Bradders is not the sort of driver that gives up a fight easily though. He will be looking for every single opportunity he can to try and get past that BMW. Looks like he's got one now, heading through the outer loop. Going side by side in towards the bottom corner at turn number 6. On the outside of this corner, could potentially switch back to the inside. No, he's going to drive it around the outside. That'll give him the inside for the next hairpin if he can hold that BMW off. Looks like he has managed it. Looks like he's already got the position done. So the 26 car moves up in towards 4th place. He's now got Nightlight just in front of him. We've got a couple of Sierras and a BMW to fend off in front of him. Now Machine Head's going to go side by side with Alex a little bit further behind. These guys potentially trying to go 3 wide down this straight out. It's not going to work this time out. You're not quite close enough. Alex is trying to come back at Bradders though on the inside of the bottom hairpin at turn number 8. Not quite close enough again to go for it. Alex still has the nose on the inside though. That's going to allow Machine Head to potentially go around the outside here. He'll do better to brake a little bit early, potentially get the cut back and heading towards turn number 10. This is where this pinch point on the circuit, looking to keep out the wall at this point. Looks like someone's already had a crack at that wall. Machine Head on the inside, heading in towards turn number 10. Gets the position on Alex. Alex starting to fall down the order now. That BMW starting to fade. As Fred Elliott potentially is about to go down the inside of turn number 11, but Alex slams the door on him, and the Sierra can't get through. Shows the nose there on the rear quarter, but he isn't quite close enough down the straight to be able to get the move done. So the eagle-eyed of you might have spotted something going on in the background of that shot. This is at the Alan Mann Racing car versus Kidders, a little bit behind the battle we were watching in front. So they go in towards that hairpin. Kidders moves over to take the line, and they both end off the track. Luckily though, both can keep it out of the barrier and they can both carry on. Back towards the front of the field though, back with this fight. Alex right under the rear wing of that Alfa Romeo. The Alphas, got to say at the moment, they're not really as strong as they have been the last couple of races. Not sure what's happened with the SLR boys, but it's definitely not working out for them. At the moment, Lance is outside the top 50, is down in towards 15th place, and now you've got Machine Heads falling outside the top 5 now, and he's under pressure from one of the Sierras behind. You don't normally see this, and it could potentially blow the championship wide open, especially if we have another round like this. Back towards the front of the field though, it's the fight for second place. Nightmike is in there with the BMW. You've got Bradders closing up quite quickly, and a little bit further behind those you've got faster Alex. Nightmike needs to get this move done pretty quickly, otherwise he could end up in the clutches of Bradders Stig pretty early on. Brothers, though, is right on the rear bumper of these guys. Nightmike's trying to go around the outside of the 36 car in towards turn number 10. That'll be a brave move if it comes off. There is plenty of run off there, but it's not an easy move to be able to pull around the outside of that corner, but he has managed to get it done, so fair play to him there, as Brothers is going to send it straight away down the inside of turn number 11. Going to drag race down the side as a BMW clips the wall. That's going to allow Brothers to get through, and it's going to leave him clear potentially to have a shot straight at Nightmike down the inside in towards turn number 1. This will quickly put Brothers up into second place if he can make this move stick side by side with Nightmike. Brothers and the Texaco car's just ahead of him. You can see the gap he's got to catch up to Kidders, so if he's going to get this move done, he has to do it quickly, and Brothers moves himself in towards second place. This time though, he's not got championship leader in front of him. He's got Cowboy just ahead of him as the BMW goes all sorts of sideways through the S's. That's going to leave him vulnerable. Looks like you might have Alex about to go side by side with him there. This is Nightmike running in third place. He's having a decent run at the moment in the 61 car, and you can see Alex has already managed to dive down the inside of Mr. Tumble thanks to that slide through the S's, and it's left him really vulnerable potentially to Machine Head as well behind him. So Mr. Tumble again about to tumble down the order after a slight mistake sideways through the outer loop, and this is going to give the Alfa Romeo exactly the opportunity that it needs. 36 car losing out now potentially to SLR Machine Head. Machine Head potentially going to get up a position here, but he's about to lose one by the looks of it if he carries on like that, because Elliot's just behind him. If he's going to get this move done, he has to get it done quite quickly. In towards the bottom end of turn number 7, Elliot's down the inside once again. He's shown the nose really late there. He needs to be careful not to nudge him out too far. It could end up in a penalty. So Machine Head still not managed to get past this BMW. A little bit of a nudge. He's resorted to a push to pass there. The BMW goes sideways. Machine Head gets through. It's going to allow him potentially to allow Fred Elliott through as well. So the Land Green Sierra's not out of this one just yet, thanks to that little tap by SLR Machine Head. But Mr. Tumble's going to try and come back at him. The quick fit car shows the nose down the inside. He's not quite close enough to go for a move. Thinks about potentially a little bit of a nudge there, but again, he thinks a little bit better of it. Elliott, though, in that Sierra behind, trying to take the high line on the way into the corner. Going to go for a cutback through turn 9, potentially towards turn number 10. So a new slow-mo angle we've got for today. This is showing SLR Machine Head just holding on to the car through the bus stop chicane. Looks like he's going straight for the wall, and at the last second gets the car straightened up. Fantastic driving there from SLR Machine Head to keep that one out of the wall. BMW Tumble again under pressure now. Dingo's right on the rear bumper on him. He's pushing him a little bit there. So Dingo potentially a little bit of a cheeky move there, trying to get a little bit of a push on the quick fit case pack car in towards turn number 7. He's going to try and go take the high line in, potentially get the cut back, but he's managed to get the power down a little bit better than the BMW, so he might actually be able to run it around the outside there. Drag race now down the back straight in towards the heel at turn number 8. Will he be able to get the move done on the outside? He's not quite close enough. The BMW's managed to drag past him in front. It's quite hard to compete against a car that is quicker in a straight line when you've got the car that's quick through the corners. That's what this battle is. BMW versus Alfa Romeo. Dingo not quite got the answer for the BMW at the moment, but sends it down the inside of that corner, forces his way through. Forceful drive in there from Dingo, but gets the place done. A little bit further on now, Dingo now coming under pressure with the BMW. This is where the BMW is strong compared to the rest of the cars. It's the straight line speed department. He's already got the nose down the inside. Maybe there was a little bit of a touch there. I'm not quite sure. They're definitely rubbing on each other now. This is a battle of attrition between these two cars, between the BMW and the Alfa Romeo, between Dingo and Tumble. And Tumble's got himself in front in the quick fit BMW, heading in towards the bus stop chicane. This is where the Alfa's stronger. The Alfa sends it into the corner, but he's not quite close enough to get the move done there. He has to back out of it. A little bit of a nudge round the outside of this corner. This is where Dingo's admitted he's not quite as strong as the rest of the drivers, but he finds it back down the inside. The BMW goes all sorts of sideways, and Dingo gets the place. Nightmike really trying to hang on for Brothers here. He's doing quite well at the moment, but this is the fight for the lead. All three cars are closed up together. Brothers is going to send it down the inside of Nightmike. He's had enough of just following that hooligan car, and now he's going to try and have his own shot at the lead. The Texaco car gets down the inside, getting the outside for the next corners. It looks like Machine Head's trying to go for a move on Alex behind for 4th place, but Nightmike's not going to let Brothers get this one easily, leaving each other quite a bit of space there. Really good, respectful driving between the pair of these two. Brothers on the outside, though, potentially has the better line. He's going to get the inside for the next corner. He can just hang the car on the curb there, and now he's got the inside for the next corner, and that's Brothers Street for 2nd place. Now he's just got to chase down Cowboy in front of him and get that move done. Back with these guys, they're still fighting like cat and dog. The BMW now trying to get back past the Alfa Romeo, heading in towards the BMW's favourite part of the circuit, the long, fast section. Dingo, though, defends quite well. Isn't quite enough to allow the BMW to get side by side. These have to be careful, otherwise the car sprint car's going to get into this one. I keep thinking of the touring cars, trying to call it a Chevrolet. It's definitely an Alfa Romeo. The BMW, though, just has the move done at the moment on the Alfa Romeo with Dingo. The pair again go side by side. A little bit more rubbing between the two of them. The BMW goes sideways. With superior straight line speed, might get the 36 car ahead of the 333. Look at it, you can see he's getting in front. Just that going outside. Looks like they're heading into the corner. Oh, the BMW's in the wall. Massive crash there for the BM. He'll be lucky if he hasn't got damage. He'll be lucky if he can carry on. Meanwhile, you've got 3 Alfa Romeos trying to go at it. Dingo potentially might have a little bit of damage from that if he's collected that BMW. Brad is now right on the tail of Cowboy. This is the fight for the lead. He's caught up quite quickly, and now he's trying to get that move done as quickly as possible. Heading in towards the final corner, getting ready to put another lap in the book. Bradders right under the rear wing of that Sierra. The Sierra runs wide, just cuts the wall. Bradders now going hard right down the straight. He's going to go for a dive in towards turn number 1. Signals his intent really early, but the Texaco car's already got the move done. He's already got in front of the B&H Sierra in towards turn number 1. Bradders once again leads at Watkins Glen. It's a lead he's going to be able to hang on to heading through the final couple of corners. He was denied the win in race number 1. It's vindication for the Texaco Ford. Round number 12 is going to go the way of Brad Stig in the Ford Sierra, takes victory ahead of Kinky Cowboys, and Night Mike, who completes the podium, completes a Ford Sierra 1, 2, 3, and for the first time there is no Alfa Romeo on the podium. Faster Alex is 4th for BMW with the first Alfa in 5th place with SLR Machine Head. Fred Elliott there in 6th place, MTG Dingo and W810 Tom in 7th and 8th. Racing over there in 9th place, Kidders in 10th, Pronag 11th, and Faruski 12th. And for the first time, SLR Lancer finishes outside the top 12, down in 13th place. So what has that last dramatic result done to the championship? Well, SLR Lancer still leads, but his lead is down to 55 points. That gap has pretty much halved over the course of one meeting, with 2 meetings left to go. SLR Machine Head's still there in 3rd place with a little bit of a bigger gap to Brad Stig in front of him. Then it is still a huge gap to Faster Alex, who's pretty much on his own there in 4th place. It gets quite close in the fight for 5th place with just 6 points, separating Chris Threadgill, who's absent from Watkins Glen, with Night Mike, who's there in 6th place. Kinky Cowboys there on 514, just outside the 500 mark is X-Kidders in 8th. Faruski moves up to 9th, and W810 Tom moves himself in towards the top 10, just a point behind Faruski. So the next time that we see the Autobrite Direct Touring Car Legends is when we head down to the streets of Prague for the penultimate week of the championship. We are definitely on the run into the title right now, so if you don't want to miss any of the action, don't forget to like, share and subscribe and hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on our latest upload, and we'll see you in Prague.